Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Slime, and in today's video, we are going to be going over the top 10 Imani Tech vehicles in GTA Online. For those of you who don't know, Imani Tech is an upgrade that you can make at your agency. Of course, you do need to own the workshop in the agency property, and this will allow you to customize certain vehicles to equip it with Imani Tech, which is like armor upgrades or missile lock-on jammers and stuff like that. And in today's video, we're just going to go over my 10 personal favorites. So if you disagree with any of these selections, feel free to let me know down below what you think I missed or what you would have replaced on this list. Keep things respectful, keep things positive. And of course, before we get into the video itself, take 1 second of your time to hit that like and sub button. It really means the world to me. It helps the channel grow and how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And of course, I do greatly appreciate it. Now, let's get into the video. Now, as with every top 10 list, there are going to be honorable mentions. So we're just going to get my honorable mentions out the way right off the bat. Coming up first, we have the Baller STD, $1.7 million. And what you get for that money is honestly probably the best performing SUV that's non-HSW. I really like the performance of this car. It handles really well, looks really good. It is based off like a modern day Range Rover. Unfortunately, you don't get armor plating, but you do get a missile lock-on jammer and the bullet resistant windows. So it can take 15 shots from an AR. Definitely worth an honorable mention due to its performance. As with the Turismo Imaggio on screen now, pretty pricey at $2.8 million, but it is one of the best handling cars in the entire game. It performs really well. Again, it doesn't have the armor plating Imani Tech, unfortunately, but it does have a missile lock-on jammer, and with that, and with the speed and the handling of this car, it's very hard for someone to hit you with a manually aimed rocket. So I think it deserves an honorable mention simply again because of its performance. Really good car. And lastly, for the honorable mentions, I do have the weaponized Ignis. Very expensive, most expensive out of all the honorable mentions, coming in at a whopping $4.5 million. But you can put a missile lock-on jammer. It does have a weaponized turret at the top that is leveled pretty nicely in terms of like aiming and stuff like that. And you can put HSW on this vehicle, which is why, in my opinion, it's the best out of all the honorable mentions, because not only can you put that missile lock-on jammer, but it also has HSW, and the performance on the weaponized Ignis is absolutely god tier. But anyway, let's move on to the actual top 10. Coming in at number 10, we do have the Duke of Death. So the Duke of Death comes in at number 10 for a few reasons. One being the price. As you can see, it is free. And then the Imani Tech capabilities is 4 RPGs, 9 homing missiles. And as you can see, it does have the plating pretty much around every window except for a little bit on that driver's side, just so you can see out the car realistically. But it is bulletproof. It has like that bulletproof armor around the windows. So although there is a lot of other vehicles that outperform this and are much better cars itself, I did have to include it on the list for the simplicity of the fact that it's free, so it is beginner friendly. So it is nice as a, first Imani Tech vehicle type of thing. But next up on the list is going to be the Canis Terminus, coming in at number 9, priced at $1,877,500. Imani Tech capabilities is 4 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, and it is the best off-road vehicle on this list, which is why I placed it at number 9. So again, you guys might be thinking, well, there's better performing vehicles or cooler vehicles, whatever the case is. Trust me, I believe you and I agree. But one thing with the Terminus is that it is the best off-road vehicle. So although the top speed and stuff like that isn't amazing, although it's not bad, as you can see, it's really not bad. The thing moves, it's a unit. But yeah, the off-road capabilities are absolutely amazing. Plus it could take 12 homing, 4 RPGs and all that good stuff. So definitely earns its spot at number 9 on this list. But next up, coming in at number 8, very pricey, which is the reason it hurt its ranking, that is the Dubachi Champion. And I'm gonna be honest, the thing that hurts this ranking the most, like I just said, is the price, coming in at $3,750,000. But it does have full Imani Tech capabilities. Now when I say full, that means all the bells and whistles, right? That means the proximity mines, bullet resistant windows, missile lock-on jammer, and the armor plating, which of course gives it resistance of 4 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, plus machine gun turrets, which definitely make it a very formidable car. It would have ranked much higher if it was cheaper, but coming in at just under $4 million, I don't know if it's really worth it. Like I said, if it was cheaper, it would definitely rank much higher on this list because it has all those bells and whistles. It has good customization, pretty decent performance. and all that other stuff. But the thing that really hurts it the most is definitely the, you know, the price point, coming in at $3,750,000. That's before any Imani tech expenses. So very, very expensive car, but it is a dope car and definitely earned its spot on this list, at least somewhat. Like I said, it does have machine gun turret, missile lock-on jammers, proximity mines, and the armor plating. So moving forward through the video, when I say full Imani tech, that's what that means. It means that it has every single Imani tech, you know, upgrade available. There is like 4 or 5 of them. So just something to keep in mind. But let's move on to number 7. We do have the Gradia Stinger TT coming in at $2,380,000. Imani tech capabilities, of course, with 4 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, and it does have full Imani tech, just like the Champion, which of course means machine gun turrets, proximity mines, remote control unit, missile lock-on jammers, the full 9 yards, all the bells and whistles. But the reason this car does rank higher than the Dubachi Champion is because it does have an HSW upgrade. So the top speed on this car is much, much higher than it will be on the Dubachi Champion. But be careful, because although it does have all these cool features and the HSW available, full Imani tech, etc., please keep in mind this car is absolute dog shit at handling. Unless you're a really good driver in GTA, it's going to be really hard to control this car. I can somewhat drive it, but you know, it's stiff, man. The car is very stiff. It feels really heavy. The thing literally feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. So do keep that in mind. It is very good in a straight line, but with all the turning and stuff like that, the car is absolute trash at cornering and making sharp turns. So definitely just keep that in mind. If you're not the best driver in the game, if your driving skills are not like top tier, then this probably is a car you might want to avoid, because I'm telling you now, the steering's awful. But let's move on to number 6, the Enus Jubilee, priced at $1,650,000. Again, Imani tech capabilities is going to be 4 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, but this is a first-gen Imani tech car, so it will come with the bullet-resistant windows, it will come with proximity mines, and it will come with missile lock-on jammer and a remote control unit. Now, the reason I rank this at number 6 is because for the price, you are getting one of the best performing SUVs in the entire game. It handles really well. The customization is really good. Now, this one that I have here is actually the one that you get for free with the purchase of an agency. So do keep that in mind. You actually can get this car for free when you purchase an agency. It should be in the garage by default, and you can use it. Now, you can't customize it, but it is fully upgraded, I believe, and it does have all the Imani tech. So this car is definitely 10 out of 10, one of the best SUVs in the game, and I think definitely earns its spot at number 6, especially being that you get one for free with the purchase of an agency. But let's move on to number 5, and of course that is going to be the Enus Paragon S. Now, the Enus Paragon S was released with the most recent DLC for GTA Online, and honestly has become one of my favorite cars in the entire game. I wanted to rank it higher, but I couldn't, because there's just vehicles that are without a doubt better than it on this list. But the car looks absolutely stunning. It's one of my favorite looking cars in the entire game. It looks absolutely amazing. But it does have 4 RPG, 12 homing missile defense capabilities. It does have oil slick proximity mines as well. It does have the armor plating, and I believe it also has bullet resistant windows. But I do want to give you guys a little tip. If you do use the lip spoilers on this car, so any of the low spoilers, the back window is actually fully bulletproof and unable to be broken by any gunfire, and will need explosives. So this vehicle will keep you very well protected. And honestly, one thing I really like about this car, the performance, man. Like, low-key, the performance on this vehicle is really, really good. And honestly, it's one of the most underrated cars in the entire game, in my opinion. It has very good handling. A lot of people are iffy with the customization. I'm okay with it. I think you could do a sleek build like I have here, or you could go with a more aggressive build. But honestly, between the Imani tech capabilities, between the performance of this car, definitely had to be in my top 5. And just because of the looks of it, man, it's absolutely amazing. The price point is not bad either. So definitely earns its place at number 5 in my opinion. But let's move on to number 4. We do have the Omnis EGT. And talk about a good car, man. This car is absolutely awesome. Only priced at $1,795,000. It could take 12 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, and 12 sticky bombs. Now, you might be asking, why can this car take more RPGs than the other cars? And that is because most vehicles that are Imani tech capable have a combustion engine. Some of them are electric. Now, the ones that are electric most of you do know this already, but for those of you who don't, the electric ones could actually take 12 RPGs compared to 4, so they do have a lot better defense capabilities than the regular gas cars or combustion engine cars, whatever you want to call them. And of course, the Omnis EGT is electric, so it does have the capability to take 12 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, 10 stickies, and it doesn't really have the issue of bad handling that most electric cars have in this game. So that is usually the drawback with the electric cars, is the handling is usually very stiff and very poor. With this car, the handling is actually decent. It's not excellent, but I'd say it's average. It's definitely manageable. The only bad thing about this car is the top speed. I believe it's only 112 miles per hour. So going in a straight line, it won't really do too well. But, you know, acceleration on this car is still God tier like it is in any electric vehicle. So with the good acceleration, with the really good looks, I might add, it is based off an Audi, and it does look really, really good. Really good performance, not too good top speed, but really good Imani tech capabilities. It definitely earns its spot in the top 4. But coming in at number 3, we do have the Buffalo STX. Now, the Buffalo STX will only cost $2,150,000, and believe me, that's not much for everything that it comes with. It does have full Imani tech capabilities, so that does include remote control unit, proximity mines, machine gun turrets, missile lock-on jammers, and of course the armor plating, which does give it the capability to withstand 4 RPGs and 12 homing missiles. Now, it also has bullet-resistant windows due to the fact that it is a Generation 1 Imani Tech vehicle. What that means is simply an Imani Tech vehicle that came out when the agency DLC first dropped. Those are the Gen 1 Imani Tech vehicles. Those are always going to have the bulletproof resistant windows, so it does add to their value. But the biggest thing with this car is the performance. That's the big reason it made the top 3, and it sits pretty at number 3 on this list. The performance of this car is amazing. The top speed is not bad whatsoever, and of course the handling is absolutely awesome, and it is the fastest muscle car, I believe, in the entire game, and definitely has the best handling out of all the muscle cars. So honestly, I think there's no way you could leave the Buffalo STX outside the top 3. And on top of it all, man, it's literally based off a Charger, man, a Hellcat. Like, you really can't beat it. It's the closest thing we have to a Hellcat. Now, speaking of Dodge Chargers, this is basically the electric version of it. This is going to be the Buffalo EVX, coming in at $2,140,000 plus $1,415,000 for the HSW upgrade. It is electronic, so of course it does have 12 RPGs and 12 homing missile defensive capabilities. It does have good handling for an electric vehicle, so honestly, it's really hard not to have this car in the top 2 because it does everything the Buffalo does, plus it performs a little bit better due to the fact it has an HSW upgrade, and it doesn't have the bad handling that normal electric vehicles have. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of this car. Personally, I don't drive mine much, if ever at all, but if we are just looking at the totality of like effectiveness and efficientness and what you're getting for your money, it's kind of hard not to say that Buffalo EVX is the second best Imani Tech vehicle in the game. But now for number 1, the absolute king of Imani Tech vehicles, in my opinion, is the Ocelot Virtue. And the biggest reason for this, it has all the electronic Imani Tech capabilities, meaning 12 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, 12 sticky bombs. It does have mines and all that other stuff. It doesn't have bullet resistant windows, but the biggest thing here is that you can get it for free by just completing the Acid Lab missions or the first dose missions, first and second dose missions, and you can get this car absolutely free. The doors open in a ridiculous way, like straight, not like suicide exactly, but you know, close to it. The car looks sick, man. The car is absolutely sick. You could get it for free with the last and first dose missions, which definitely improves its value on this list. Not to mention the performance is absolutely top tier. It has a really good top speed actually for an electric car. It's not obviously going to compete with HSW vehicles or anything, but it's really fast. Acceleration is highest in the entire game, so might have the best lap time out of any car, to be honest. If you're including turns and stuff like that in the races, this car is probably the best car in the entire game. And to top it all off, like I said, it can take 12 RPGs, 12 homing missiles, 12 sticky bombs, so the defensive capabilities are there, the performance is there, the looks is there, and like I said, price point, you could get it for free. So I feel like the Virtue is the king of Imani Tech vehicles. There really is no beating it. And that pretty much wraps up our list. Now, again, I do want to have your guys' opinion. I do value your guys' opinion down low. So in the comment section, leave a comment. Let me know if you feel like I missed any vehicles or if you would have switched any of these orders up. But yeah, just let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. And of course, if you made it to the end of this video, take 1 second of your time, hit that like and sub button, join the Slime Squad. I make consistent GTA content, so if that's something that interests you, again, hit that like and sub. And until the next video, peace out, boys.